Me. I want to be much better. I don't care about being different. We'll have to be different in some ways to be much better. But that's the prize. Wouldn't you agree?
It's not about thinking different, it's about thinking better. It's about thinking much better. It's about being much better. And the unfortunate reality is that in order to be better, it's going to make you different. And in order to be better, they're going to call you crazy. But it's not about being different. It's not about being crazy. It is about being better. It is about caring more and doing more. Let's tear through some fun jobs clips.
OpenDoc, I mean, I was for putting a bullet in the head of OpenDoc. A, I didn't think it was great technology, but B, it didn't fit. The rest of the world isn't going to use OpenDoc.
So the guy who worked on OpenDoc was in the audience of this thing when Steve had just come back, right? And Steve comes back and the blood begins to flow. Like, you know, all of these departments get cut and killed because there's just too much crap going on and not enough work getting done. And the OpenDoc guy is basically like, I worked on OpenDoc, this was my baby, and now it's dead, and like, what the hey? And Steve's basic attitude was like, yeah, fuck OpenDoc, and fuck you. Like, why do you still work at this company? You know, like, you look at his body language. He's like, yeah, no one's going to use OpenDoc, right? He says, I was in favor of putting a bullet in the head of OpenDoc. Can you imagine? What a dick. I mean, this is the kind of, these are the kinds of things that get the man branded as an asshole, right? These kind of behaviors. Why?
When you think about focusing, right, you think, well, focusing is saying yes, no. Focusing is about saying no. Focusing is about saying no. And you've got to say no, no, no. And when you say no, you piss off people.
That's what it is. It's not about being a dick. No one wants to be a dick. Well, no one wants to be a dick. No one thinks they're a dick. I mean, that's the thing. You can, seriously, find the person who you know you hate the most, who's just the biggest jerk all the time, and they don't think they're a jerk. They think the problem is everyone else's, right? With Steve, it was all about focus. That was his thing. We have to focus. We're not going to make 30 products. We're not going to have some insane product matrix. We're not going to have a bunch of code names for, you know, all kinds of crazy crap. We're going to focus. We're going to do a couple of things, and we're going to do them really well. Right? And I've experienced this. I think that probably most of you who've done any serious development have as well. Especially if you've ever been the, you know, the person who runs the team and is responsible for making these decisions. Of telling somebody that they're not going to work there anymore because they're bringing everybody down. Of telling somebody that their feature is not going to ship because it's too buggy. Of telling somebody no. Nobody likes to be told no. And we have a word for people who tell us no, and that word is asshole.
Focus is about saying no. And the result of that focus is going to be some really great products.
We have to say no. We have to be assholes in that way, because that's where great products come from. Great products come from focus, and focus comes from kind of being a dick.